Hello there, warm welcome. This is Rupavahini News and I'm Sharma Screens. Well, those were the headlines, and taking a look at news in detail now. The signing of nomination papers of the UPFA candidates contesting the upcoming provincial council election enters the final stage. The General Secretary of the Alliance, Minister Susil Premajayantha, said that the handing over of nominations will be completed on Wednesday the 5th. The signing of nomination papers of candidates contesting Western and Southern Provincial Council election, which began yesterday, is being carried out in Colombo. New candidates signed their nomination papers today. Minister Dalasala Peruma said that the UPFA has fielded a list of candidates comprising of educated and intelligent persons. Applications were called from prospective candidates after the dissolving of the provincial councils. A committee comprising of senior ministers appointed by the UPFA has conducted interviews. The Alliance nomination list includes leaders of the youth, women and lawyers organizations affiliated to the SLFP, along with the representatives of members of the Mahasangha, doctors, teachers and professionals. The UPFA says that several media personnel and representatives of many professions have stepped in to contest provincial polls. Constituent parties of the Alliance have been given wide representation. These representatives signed their nomination papers today. National Organizer of the SLFP, Minister Basil Rajapaksa, said that the people have given a massive mandate to the President in all previous elections. The party has the biggest strength in these two provinces. The party is putting forward a good group of candidates under the leadership of President, who is working in accordance with the proper policy. General Secretary of the UPFA, Minister Susil Premajayantha, said that the UPFA has the ability to record a landslide victory in the upcoming provincial polls. 6 groups of candidates are being prepared to contest in all 6 districts. Former Chief Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that the UPFA has recorded a 60% of votes in the previous Western provincial polls. We are expecting a percentage more than the previous one. Candidate Hirunika Premachanda said that everyone is committed for victory for the President in the upcoming polls. He is not contesting from the UMP list this time to bring victory for the party. Manusha Nanakar came second in the previous election. Maitri Gunaratnam will not contest from the UMP. Therefore, first and second winning candidates are contesting from the UPFA list. The President has given an advice to the National Election Steering Committee to increase the number of youths and intellectuals in the list of candidates. 18 lawyers, 4 engineers, 2 doctors, 9 graduate teachers and a scientist are contesting in the election.
Well, more news on nominations. Several political parties and independent groups handed over nominations of their candidates contesting the upcoming provincial council elections. Members of these parties and independent groups presented their nominations to district secretaries in Galle and also Hambantota today. Well, the leader of the group of the Janasatha Front, MB Nuwan Kumara, handed over their nominations to District Certifying Officer R.B. De Souza today. The General Secretary of the party, the Venerable Battarmulle Silratnathera, was also present. An independent group of the Galle district handed over their nominations to District Certifying Officer Ravindra Hemavitharana today. And also an independent group of Gampaha district handed over their nominations to Certifying Officer J.J. Ratnasiri.
Sri Lanka's 66th Independence Day ceremony will be held in Galle town tomorrow in a dignified manner. Minister of Public Administration and Home Affairs said that all arrangements have been made to conduct the Independence Day celebrations. The final rehearsal was held this morning. The theme of the 66th Independence Day ceremony is to build world-winning nation with unity. Arrangements have been made to conduct Independence Day ceremony in a dignified manner at the Nidahas Mawatha premises tomorrow under the patronage of the President. Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratnam, ministers and MPs, members of the diplomatic corps, numbering to 3,000, are expected to attend. 30,000 people are expected to view the ceremony. Students of schools in Galle district have been selected to recite the Jayamangala Gatha and the national anthem along with the nation. Thereafter, the President will address the nation. Afterwards, the dignified salutation parade will be held with the participation of 3 armed forces, police and civil defence troops of officers and other ranks numbering to 2,500. It included 55 disabled soldiers. Over 600 young men and women representing National Cadet Corps and the Youth Brigade numbering over 600 will participate in the parade. 16 cultural events organised by the Ministry of Cultural Affairs and Education Ministry will add colour to the Independence Day ceremony. 760 school children in the Kegol district and dancing troupes will participate. All religious observances will be held at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow, marking the National Independence Day. Buddhist religious observances will be held at the Vevaldeniya Temple in Kegol. The outer circular road and the Nidas Mawatha were built in Kegol at a cost of around 4 billion rupees to coincide with the 66th National Independence Day ceremony. The Colombo-Kandy Highway has been widened at Kegol town with 4 lanes. Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation will bring a live telecast of the Independence Day ceremony from Kegol tomorrow from 8:10 a.m.
And now the traffic plan for tomorrow. Well, the traffic police say that a special traffic plan will be in operation tomorrow in Kegol from 5 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. in connection with the 66th Independence Day commemoration ceremony. Well, heavy vehicles arriving from Colombo and proceeding to Kandy will be diverted via the Ambepus junction and Kurunagala to Kandy. And also heavy vehicles from Kandy to Colombo should proceed via Katugastota and Kurunagala. Passenger buses will have to travel via Yattogoda, Mulgasdeniya, Giriwadunna and Karandupana junction. Light vehicles travelling from Colombo to Kandy will have to take the Polgahavla road from the Ranmula junction and proceed through Imbulgasdeniya, Giriwadunna via Karandupana junction towards Kandy. A team of 1,000 police officers have been deployed to ensure the smooth functioning of this traffic plan. Special vehicle stickers have been issued to those participating in the Independence Day ceremony, and also police request everyone to arrive on time at the venue.
In other stories, no one can forget about the lives deprived of the nation by tiger terrorists in the past. A sorrowful incident took place at the Colombo Fort Railway Station during the year 2008, bringing tears to the eyes of parents. 11 persons, including 8 players of the DSN Nanaka Vidyalaya Colombo base basketball team, died at a terrorist suicide bomb attack at 2:05 p.m. on the 3rd of February 2008. Tiger terrorists carried out a killing spree throughout the island. Many parents lost their babies as well as children of school-going age in terrorist attacks. 8 players of the DSN Nanaka Vidyalaya basketball team had to face a suicide bomb attack at the Colombo Fort Railway Station in a sorrowful incident. Several others lost their lives and some others became disabled.
සිසුන්ගේ මාපියන්ට දරුවන් නොමැති අඩුව මකා තැන්විය නොහැකි වුවත් එම මතකයන් වෙනුවෙන් අද සාධාරණය ඉටු වී තිබීම සිතට මහත් අස්වැසිල්ලක් වී ඇති බව නොඅනුමානයි.
A ceremony to commemorate 8 students of the DSN Nanaka Vidyalaya in 2008 was held today opposite the Students' Memorial at the school. Principal of the school, DMD Dasanayaka, staff and parents were present. Well, this lady says that all children of the nation are enjoying freedom today. Faces of children and parents are full with feelings of hopes ending terrorism in the island.
Well, the government strongly rejects the allegation made by the United States that human rights have deteriorated in this country. This was stated in a special announcement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Well, several international media agencies, including Reuters and the Gulf Times, have reported on Sri Lanka's stand relating to the U.S. criticisms subsequent to the 2-day tour of Sri Lanka by the American Assistant Secretary of State for Central and Southern Asia, Nisha Biswal, she expressed her displeasure over the human rights situation in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan government says that it strongly condemns her own statements, which are baseless, careless and devoid of responsibility. The Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry rejects the accusations of the United States that there was no religious freedom in Sri Lanka. The government also says that the United States has failed to understand Sri Lanka's progress achieved in a short period. The government says that Sri Lanka, as an independent and sovereign country, will not accept international interferences.
Minister Div Gunasekara says that the Western countries headed by the United States were making human rights allegations against Sri Lanka as the island nation has not halted the humanitarian operation against terrorism amidst the pressure of superpowers. He noted that the people of Sri Lanka will give a fine answer in the upcoming provincial council elections. Minister Div Gunasekara pointed out that during the final days of the war, messages were sent by Obama and the British Prime Minister to suspend the military offensive. We have evaded all these requests. These foreign powers have tried to protect the LTTE leadership by pressurizing the government to halt the war for 2-3 days. We have not caught up in this trap. This was the main reason for defeating terrorism. Leaders of small countries like Sri Lanka have not accepted the demands made by the world's largest economy with a huge military power. This was the main reason for bringing a resolution against Sri Lanka in March this year. People should show the Western powers that they are with the government, giving a massive mandate to the government in the upcoming provincial council election. This is very important, he said. The minister was speaking at a meeting of the UPFA activists in Maharagama in the presence of ministers Professor Tissavithan, Dinesh Gunawardena, Maithripala Sirisena, Basil Rajapaksa and Geethanjana Gunawardena.
Well, the police informed the people to take measures to minimize the opportunities for unknown persons to get to know about the daily activities and details of their residences. Well, it is important to be cautious on unknown persons when they are going to be engaged in house repairs or other activities. Sri Lanka Police media spokesman made these observations today when he briefed journalists on the murder of female journalist Melcia Gunasekara. Well, a 39-year-old suspect was arrested in connection with the murder of business journalist Mel Gunasekara. The arrest was made by the Thalangama police in Dompe at around 8 p.m. yesterday within hours of the murder. Police media spokesman, Senior SP Ajit Rohana said, initial investigations revealed that the suspect had worked at Mrs. Gunasekara's house and he was engaged in color washing the house. The police said that the suspect had entered the house last morning with the aim of robbing the house, as he knew that Mrs. Gunasekara and the family members were used to leave the house to attend Sunday Mass. He committed the crime afterwards. The suspect was taken into custody by following clues recorded in CCTV cameras and with the help of the police official sniffer dogs. 2 knives used for the murder, clothes of the suspect and mobile phone robbed by him have been seized by the police. Police media spokesman Senior SP Ajit Rohana said that the suspect is being further interrogated on detention orders. He added that criminals may visit houses under the guise of carpenters, painters, house repair workers, newspaper sellers or masons. Such persons might observe the day-to-day activities of residents in order to carry out their robberies or murders, he added.
Nutritionists say that the main reason for the vulnerability of the school children to become victims of several diseases in the future is not taking their breakfast. They reiterate that teachers and parents should pay special attention on this aspect. Many children are used to attend schools without taking their breakfast. This was mainly due to the busy lifestyles of parents. Children are also engaged in their studies without taking their meals on time in order to face the competitive educational system. Most of them are used to eat instant food items as their breakfast. Nutritionists of the Colombo National Hospital, K.D. Lianagay, said that this was the main factor for these children to become victims of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, cancer and high cholesterol during their youthhood. Sometimes the student had to go to sleep at around 8 to 9 p.m. after returning from school. He will be given breakfast at around 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. He had to starve for around 12 to 14 hours. The acidity of the digestive system will cause many ailments like gastritis, he said. Teachers were of the view that many parents are used to give their children breakfast due to their busy lifestyle. They said that the main task of the parents is to give some food to their children before leaving the house in the morning.
දැන් ප්‍රවණතාවය තියෙන සමහර බොහෝ දිනකේ රාත්‍රී ආහාර වේල. රාත්‍රී ආහාර වේල නෙමෙයි උදේ ආහාර වේල තමයි දරුවගේ ඉදිරි අනාගතයේ වෙනුවෙන් සුරක්ෂිත වන්නේ.
Colombo National Hospital nutritionist K.D. Lienage noted that a successful solution could be found on the problem of school children's breakfast with the intervention of parents and teachers. He added that it is the truth that parents are busy with their attention was focused on preparing something for their children for lunch. Next responsibility of them is the dinner, but the breakfast is very important for the growth of the children.
Well, the Sri Lanka Information Communication Technology Agency, or ICTA, says that necessary facilities have been arranged to release all examination results via internet and mobile phones. This program will be implemented from Wednesday the 5th. The aim of this initiative is to streamline and make efficient all public services to serve the public. It is being implemented under the e-services project. The Commissioner General of Examinations, WNNJ Pushpakumara, said that the examination department conducts over 300 examinations annually. Results of only GCE ordinary level, GCE A levels and scholarship examinations were released via internet and mobile phones up to now. Candidates will get an opportunity to apply for an official examination results sheet under the e-services project. The chairman of ICTA, Professor P.W. Apasinger, says that Sri Lanka is the only country in Asia providing such a service for examination candidates.
The 28th Suraj Kundamela 2014 International Crafts Festival is now being held in Haryana, India. Today is the third day of the fair. Senior Minister H.M. Fauzi was the chief guest at the opening ceremony today. Parliamentarian Malini Fonseca was present. Sri Lanka is the host country of the Kundamela festival, being held for the 28th time in succession. 18 handicraftsmen are participating. Handicrafts of 23 countries are being displayed in 735 stalls at the fair. The chairman of the National Crafts Council, Buddhikirti Sena, said that the exhibition will conclude on the 16th. The National Youth Services Council is presenting several cultural events of Sri Lanka.
Well, a program of settling transport problems of disabled war heroes has been launched. Another group of disabled soldiers received three-wheelers on concessionary loan basis at a ceremony held at Kullupiti War Heroes Services headquarters today. Well, this program is being launched to provide a three-wheeler or any other essential vehicle for disabled war heroes to settle their transport problems during day-to-day activities. It is being implemented by the Ranaviru Services Authority. Disabled war heroes of the three armed forces and the police who are in service were the target group. 6 war heroes have been presented with three-wheelers today. 1,080 war heroes have already received three-wheelers. The Ranaviru Services Authority provides several facilities, including the granting of a special discount for the vehicle and a special relief for insurance. A gear system of these three-wheelers has been adjusted to suit the needs of the disabled war heroes. They will also be provided with necessary assistance for driver learning technical training. Necessary facilities will be given to obtain the driving licenses also. The chairperson of the Ranaviru Services Authority, Padma Vatta, was among those present at the occasion. Welcome back after that tour around the world and back to the sports desk, and tonight we have Chanakya all set and ready to go. Good evening.
Good evening, Clifford. Start off with cricket. The second test between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will begin at Saho Ahmad Chowdhury Stadium in Chittagong, Bangladesh tomorrow. Sri Lanka recorded a massive victory in the first test by an innings and 248 runs. Kaushal Silva and Kitruwan Vithanage scored centuries in the first test. Mahela Jayawardene hit a brilliant double century. Dilruwan Pereira bowled best for Sri Lanka, claiming 5 wickets, while Suranga Lakmal took 6 wickets in the 2 innings. The second test will telecast live over Channel I tomorrow starting from 9 a.m. Ashan Priyanjana has been called to play in the one-day international series between the two countries. Rangan Herath and Shaminda Eranga are expected to return to the island. Kosal Pereira and Thisara Pereira will play in tomorrow's match as well. Sri Lanka under-19 team beat Sri Lanka under-19 beat Australia under-19 by 111 runs in the second one-day limited over match today. Sri Lanka under-19 batting first scored 240 runs all out. Priyamal Pereira top scored with 58. Harsha Rajapaksa made 43. Australia made 19. Bowled out for 137. Damien Moitier made 41. Harsha Rajapaksa took 3 for 33. England Women's Academy 11 beat Sri Lanka Women's 11 by 1 run in their nerve-tingling finish of their one-day match played at NCC grounds in Colombo today. England Academy 11 batting first scored 111 runs for 6 wickets. Payne Wilson made 36. Inoka Ranavira took 2 for 24. In reply, Sri Lanka scored 110 runs. Prasadini Virakudi scored 28 while Yasoda Mendis chipped in with 24. Sri Lanka emerging players 11 held on for a draw against England Lions in their 3-day match played at R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. England Lions scored 201 runs in their first innings with Mion Ali top scoring with 53.
Well, with sports news, we wrap up today's bulletin of Rupavahini News together with Chanakya and Clifford. I'm Sharon, wishing you a very pleasant night.
Good night.